Well, use it as a motivator to push you towards success. I mean, tough times are going to shape good people. I'm not saying seek trauma in the same way. Like you wouldn't, as you said, you wouldn't wish that on anyone. But I don't think anyone should shy away. I think as a man and a woman, you are a coward if you shy away from things that are hard.
Yeah.
Some things are harder than others. Like for me, vlogging and putting myself out there in social media is hard, but that's not really hard, is it? In the grand scheme of things that are hard, like, I don't know.
Being emotionally available is probably hard for me. I don't like to be like I don't like people to think like people might think that when they speak to me personally, they might think sometimes I'm a bit like
bland.
Bland, yeah. It's not. I'm not bland. I just don't want to open up to people. It's like I've opened up now about like my mental health history because I hope that someone can take something from it. And if anyone does ever listen to this podcast and they do feel like alone or something, please reach out, not only to me, to Alex, to anyone.
We got to find someone to listen first.
Well, there's millions of people listening. But no, failure is a part of life, and it is the path to success. You're not defined by your failures in life. You are defined by your ability to overcome failures in life. And I think that if you don't overcome failure, you're not going to progress anywhere. You've got to be comfortable with the fact you are going to face failures in life.
Yeah,
I find.
Do you know what I think is? Andrew Tate says this a lot. He talks about trauma and how all great men. You better hope my father doesn't see that. All great men, or men of value, have been through suffering in their life. And then I'm thinking, and it sounds terrible, I'm like, how can I inflict immense suffering in my life in order to be a man of high value? And then I'm thinking, no, that's not a good way to approach life. But at the same time, in my current situation, it is. I don't want to jinx anything, and I don't believe in that anyway. But I am in a good position, I think, and I don't think I've experienced deep suffering. And I don't know, because I insist on becoming a very high value man. I want to be that dangerous individual that no one wants to. I don't want to be one to be reckoned with, essentially. I want to just be a figure of authority. So does every man. I know that's true. Every single young man wants that. It is really is. And I'm just thinking, how can I do that? I'm not trying to find the easy route, but I'm thinking I don't have things that have happened to me that could allow me to be great in that sense, because a lot of people say you need that. And then I'm like, well, what do I do then? What path can I follow that might lead me to suffering? And I'm like, why am I chasing suffering?
Yeah.
Maybe I should just chase micro failures and then build on them. I don't know. I mean, it's a strange one because I know a lot of people have been through some real shit. Put you to shame.
Yeah.
Like you've been through nothing about some of these people.
Yeah.
It's not a contest. Like I've been through more trauma than you.
Yeah.
But it really does shape them. And this guy, he's bulletproof. You're not shaking him mentally. Like he's been through it all.
I think I'm quite like that now.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Because I'm thinking it's like if I wanted in my own head to take my own life, like me now,
nothing to lose sort of mentality.
Yeah, nothing. Like who is gonna? No one else can put me in a position.
Is this why you find it strange that I give in to the instant gratification of wanting a pint? You're like, there are much bigger things to spend your time thinking about than going to the Colliers.
Probably. Yeah.
Do you think it is because of my lack of trauma that I can't or haven't mustered the discipline?
I just don't think you've been through like failure like that much. Like obviously I don't know your whole life history. I'm not. I haven't read the book of Alex Knott. But
I've been through many micro failures, but nothing big.
But you've never hit an obstacle and it's never gone like that, and you're like.
The fact that nothing's jumping out to me means probably not.
Yeah,
no.
Like I can identify like 3 or 4 things that have hit me like a truck, and I'm like, I've got to reshape myself. And they are, I don't want to say blessings in disguise because they're not. Nothing, none of that is. I just want to try and create a more positive light around these things. And I think that I've learned more about myself in the last 6 months due to traumas. And I don't want to speak good because I don't want to give them attention all the time. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that trauma kid. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like this traumatic person. I've been through it, whatever. We all know this. You know, I sort of like, now that I'm more logical in my thinking currently, I'm like I agree with what Alex said previously about that. Because there are people who've gone through worse things than me.
Oh yeah.
There are I'm lucky. I have a very good support network of family.
Yeah, you are very lucky. I know some people who go through stuff like this. The person I'm on about, I'm gonna keep him completely anonymous. But the things that he went through were sort of losing people around him, and all he had was the boys, literally no family. And I honestly cannot begin to comprehend how that must have felt. But now, even though I've achieved a lot more than him in terms of things on paper, like stupid shit, like
academics,
a degree, well, not just that, other things, all sorts of things, financial, everything. And this is the thing, all he wants is security, family, settle down.
Because of what he's.
That's exactly. This is the thing. Your definition of success is going to be different. Everyone's is.
By your experience,
and we're quite similar. We had a good family life. Yours changed drastically recently. Yes, I appreciate that. But you've got a good support network nevertheless. So turn it into a positive, maybe.
That's what I have done.
And use that to propel you forward in your path to success. Instead of go, like, for example, you said after this happened to you, this traumatic experience, you were almost immediately in the gym. Whereas when this was episode 1, I think we talked about this, and I said I would get a bottle of whiskey and a pack of fags, and I would just sulk. So that's one thing, right? Don't be me. Well, you could be me. Depends. If something really bad happens, some people are just going to go, I don't want to go to the gym. You don't have to. You don't have to. In fact, I'm quite impressed that you actually managed to. I just don't know how you could have.
It wasn't even.
You just didn't give yourself time to think.
No, it wasn't that. It was like I need to. Like, it wasn't like, oh, the gym. I was like, I'm going there. It's like whenever, like years ago when I was running all the time, whenever I used to experience any slight sort of unhappiness, I'd go for a run, like that. I'd running like that. It was like a Saturday night, I'd be running the streets. I sound like a mob boss then. But I'd be like running. But I think the lesson to be learned from this is that the optimal path to success is to succeed through failure, I think. That's our interpretation of it. Well, my interpretation of it currently. There's a lot of avenues we can go down.